Jack.
Huh? Looks like a big bet.
And he's gone in for a total of $405,000.
He's going to get the call by the Aussie.
Well, he can well afford to make that call, so he does so. Now it's back to Justin.
Come on.
Now he goes all in over the top. So he's trying to isolate himself here, or at least win a big side pot from the Australian, but he goes away.
So Justin's going to show the pair of tens.
As you see the Canadian pumping his fist here, he's very happy to be in a race situation, to have two overcards against the under pair.
I got it, I feel it.
He can triple up if he wins this pot.
Well, there's Eric's friends.
Best hand I could have seen. Come on.
Sweat the short stack at this point. Got this tournament through $1,000 satellite. Dream still alive. Can he get lucky on this flop? Yes, he does.
He takes the lead with two aces as it comes ace-6-3.
Nicely done. He gets up from his seat. There is hope. Justin disappointed. Here comes the turn.
Well, a deuce of spade comes off. So Justin going to have to catch a 10 to win this pot. John folded one, so we only got one left. Doesn't happen as the 7 of clubs comes off. So the businessman from Canada taking down this pot with a nice triple up there.
Let's play some poker.
Well, with that triple up by Eric, everybody's got chips now, Vince. It's anybody's game.
That is right. The old shirt man puts the starch on Justin, takes down that pot.
There's more World Poker Tour. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful. Oh, yeah.
No one to play with. So play online at partypoker.com. It's fun, it's easy, it's the world's largest poker room.
You folded?
Yeah, I love Bellagio. It's a beautiful casino hotel.
Bellagio is the best place in the world to play. Even when you get a bad beat, just go outside, you see the fountains, listen to some music. You can't find that anywhere else.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour, brought to you by our Season 9 sponsor, ClubWPT.com.
Well, Vince, let's share with our viewers how they could become the next WPT finalist, courtesy of our sponsor, ClubWPT.com.
Oh, well, Mike, I have to say, I can't believe how great ClubWPT.com is. Really. For $19.95, anybody can put up that money per month, and you get to play in tournaments, you get to win cash, you get to win big prizes, and we have a player, LaRon Washington, who went on to win a WPT championship. So I truly feel it is the best deal in poker.
As they say at the club, you'll never lose another dime playing poker, guaranteed. Let's get back to the action. John's going to raise it up on an ace-6 here. Phil Ivey with the king-queen is going to make the call. Ivey said he loves sitting behind chip leaders because he's got position on them.
And now the young 22-year-old Justin Smith out. Online pro, Rob Akery also folding.
225 or 205?
And now it is the tailor, the clothing man, the shirt guy, who actually got those cuffs designed at 31 flavors. He's also going to fold. So two-way action, and here's the flop.
Now flop comes queen, deuce, deuce. No continuation bet by the Australian. And look at this. He checked, and Ivey checks right behind him, even though he flopped top pair. Just wants to camouflage that fact. Now an 8 of spade comes off. And again, John checks, but Ivey's not checking this time.
He's going to bet $300,000.
The Australian didn't make the continuation bet on the flop. You'd think a guy would. But the Australian wants no more of Ivey. He learned his lesson early on at this final table. Fooling with him is not the best thing to do. So he lets it go, and Ivey takes down another pot.
Phil Ivey is probably the best player in the world.
I think he's just smarter than all of us on a poker table.
Do I really need to talk about Phil Ivey?
It's no surprise why they would call him probably the best player in the world.
I'm definitely one of poker's greatest players of all time.
Phil Ivey is in his own league.
There's times where I play really good and there's times where I don't play as well. I mean, just like any other poker player, you know, I'm human. You know, I take the game very seriously. I have a lot of good results because of my hard work. And, you know, I have some talent for the game. I'm just grateful and feel very fortunate that, you know, I'm able to play a game that I love and make a living from it. I mean, you can't ask for more.
Oh, he is great, but what is about all that hard work? I hear he just goes out to clubs and plays craps. Who are we kidding?
You ask any pro poker player in the world, who the #1 player in the world is, every one of them to a man will say Phil Ivey. He's the top tournament winner of all time, the top cash game winner, the top online winner. He's also made the most final tables in the history of the World Poker Tour.
All right, and once again, Phil, with ace-jack of clubs, going to raise to $200,000 to go. A few folds around the table. Up to his old nemesis, the Australian, John Caridad, who's going to make a call with Queen 4.
Well, John just getting a little stubborn now, trying to beat Ivey a pot so bad. Hasn't done so yet today. And flop comes King, Jack 10. So Ivey out in front with the 2 jacks, but John has an open-ended straight draw.
Yeah, John is checked, and Ivey going to bet away $300,000.
Now John's going to make the call with the straight draw.
Pair of 10s on the board. John checking again.
This card will probably scare Ivey. He knows the guy's got something. He's got kings, he's got jacks, he's got 10s, or an open-end straight draw. One of those hands he has to have. So Ivey wisely checks, in my mind, right behind him. Now a 6 comes off. John just checking. He's waving the flag. Can't win the pot with just a queen high here.
Queen high.
Ivey's going to take it down with 2 jacks. And one more time, Ivey takes down the Australian.
Yes, he does. And with that hand, Phil Ivey has become our new chip leader. How do you like that? All right, antes are going up to 10,000. Blinds 50 and 100. Rob Akery once again out.
Well, the shirt maker out of Canada looks down at 2 5s here.
I'm all in.
Whoa. And he's going all in on the short stack, just going to shove it out there with the 2 5s.
Like he should. Moritz out. The Aussie out as well. He even got Ivey to fold. Booster J. Oh, he's got jacks.
But he's going to make the call.
Oh, the Taylor in a lot of trouble right now as his friends look on.
Come on. One time.
Yeah, one time, he says. That's the desperation prayer in poker when a guy says one time.
Yeah, was that one time, the time he hit the aces, though, early on. He needs the second time.
I don't know why I feel it again.
They say one time now, but he'll say one time again later, and one time again later. Yeah, flop comes King 10-4. So far, Justin's 2 jacks out in front. Eric is going to have to catch a 5, or he's going to be heading back to Montreal.
I'm staying in Vegas.
Oh, boy, he says he's going to stay in Vegas.
Now, why not celebrate wherever you come in? Well, a 9 comes off on the turn. So the shirt maker from Canada is going to pop his last button unless a 5 comes up on the river.
And there's his buddies rooting him on. Can he pull off the miracle?
Come on, do this. Once.
Nope. 3 of diamonds comes off. So that's going to do it for the Canadian Eric Offriat, out tonight in 6th place.
I was very lucky against you.
Well, he shakes hands. He's a gentleman. He picks up a lot of fans and friends. 119,000 to go with it. But the Taylor has to say goodnight. He sticks himself with his pin. We are down to 5 players. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more exciting poker brought to you by ClubWPT.com.
At Ultimate Bet, we constantly perfect and test our software to ensure it's the fastest, most advanced around. We can solve with the best. So our tournament structure and player interface, rock like no other. But there's one test that totally cleans up at the table. One test that truly defines the ultimate poker experience. Nice. Very nice.
3 days away from a WPT title. Think positive. I'm ready to play some poker.
This is Phil Hellmuth. He's entering the WPT here in Bellagio, and I will try to get something out of him. This is so exciting. Right, I hope I don't fall over.
I love coming out at the last possible minute, and it's a break-even play. Coming this late, you're at a big disadvantage in that you don't have very many chips.
Right.
But you're at an advantage. There's only 100 players left, and it's just kind of nice. And, you know, I'm due. Maybe this could be it. I love it. I can play 9 hours today, 9 hours tomorrow. I'm at the final table. Knock it off after about 5. Boom, boom, boom. You're focused, ready. All in. That didn't last long. I forgot to win a hand today. So, I mean, not very many tournaments where I don't win a single hand.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. That is the very colorful and genius poker player, Phil Hellmuth, who came, who saw, who busted.
Well, Phil Ivey, like Phil Hellmuth, bought in on day 3 of this tournament. The difference is Phil Ivey's at the final table with the chip lead.
All right, down to the felt we go. 5 players remaining. And the Aussie, John Caradad, very tough so far. Amateur player quickly folds. And now Phil Ivey with a pair of 5s is going to raise to 250.
Right behind him, the 22-year-old superstar, Justin Smith, looks down at an ace-10. He knows Ivey can be raising on any 2 cards, so he's going to look him up here with the ace-10, makes the call.
The Englishman, Rob Akery, not going to play his hand. And now in the big blind, the German, Moritz Kranich.
I'm all in.
He's going to look at a pair of 8s, and he says all in.
Wow, and a healthy all-in bet it is.
How much is that?
2.3 about.
He's only got about 3.5, so he's not going to make the call. Too much money.
Good muck right there, but Boosted J is considering this with his ace-10.
Well, again, he's got about 3.4 million. Cost him 2.3 to make this call. Tough to make with an ace-10, I can tell you.
And Justin shaking his head.
The beauty about having an ace in your hand, unless your opponent specifically has 2 aces, the worst you're going to be is about a 2-to-1 dog. Doesn't matter what he has.
Like 30 more seconds.
It's ironic. And then if he could see Moritz's hands, he would beat him in the pot here because he'd be getting a great price to call in a race situation.
There's Justin's dad having a coronary there. Can't watch.
It's like a migraine headache. So he's going to lay it down.
So the German is going to put the lemon on the schnitzel and take down that pot.